We will march into the night. Let the fear sink in their eyes. We will roar our battle cries. The oath we shall carry strong. Rally up the swords and shields. Fight into the bloodiest fields. For the honor high decree. The heavens is on our side. March into the night. Let the fear sink in their eyes. We will roar our battle cries. The oath we shall carry strong.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to feed. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python. Grab what I like real fast, choke until I have everything. I attack everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see matter of fact.
Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny.
When your timeline reaches its Armageddon, what's a kid to do?
I'm not a...
Snag the keys to your mom's experimental ship, of course.
That's not quite how it happened.
Drift aimlessly in the rift between dimensions, trying to figure out how to operate it.
Now hold on a sec.
Pick up a few hitchhikers,
Hi!
Hello.
and maybe solve a disturbing mystery that could lead to the destruction of reality itself.
You know, if there's time.
There's always time.
I'm not so sure about that.
Get in on the adventure with the Rift Riders on Indiegogo.
My name is Avery Fletcher. After 7 years away, I have come home with only one goal: to save my father. But to do that, I can't be the woman I once was. To honor my father's legacy, I must become someone else. I must become something else. I must become Screecher.
do me a favor and go get some... What is that?
It's a baby.
Baby?
My baby.
Your baby?
It's like, would you like to hold it?
But yeah, sure.
And you can buy it too for $18.37.
What?
You can buy my baby too at Amazon.com. White Scar, Trials of Black Shamad. In the book, the self-appointed savior of the world, Black Shamad, has Hampton Academy on lockdown. No one can get in and no one can get out. It's up to the two main protagonists, White Scar and Twinkle, to liberate everyone from his clutches. Find out what happens when you purchase a copy on Amazon.com today.
Should have known. You've been single for 23 years.
Yep.
Ahoy, mateys! 'Tis I, Captain Horatio Honeyflakes, and I be here to tell you about me newest crowdfunding campaign. The adventures continue with me crew, the Mighty Mascots, in issues 7, 8, and 9. Just focus your looking glass on the amazing artwork of Ian Warianto and Anton Bondi. Me crew, the Mighty Mascots, are up against some scurvy scallywags, and we need ye help to defeat them. There be a bounty of exclusive treasure, only available here, where X marks the spot. I spy a huge coffer of bonuses and stretch goals on the horizon. Then please consider pledging so we can continue these adventures with the weirdest crew I ever had the pleasure of sailing with. Mascots Unleashed!
Just gonna wait, give people a chance to get in here before we get started. At WrestleMania 38.
Testify in what you troll.
Speculation just an educated guess, I'd say that man is alive.
My name is Montgomery Chester Williams. My friends call me Monty. Well, they would if I had any. You know, if the universe has taught me anything, it's what others refuse to admit. In the animal kingdom, the largest predator rules it all.
Infamous gunslinger Desmond Gibbons, better known across the Wild West as the Cactus Kid, comes to the sleepy town of Clarkson. Trouble finds him in the unlikeliest of sources, the sheriff. After their conflict, the Cactus Kid finds himself inexplicably wearing the badge of a lawman. Later, while on the trail of a serial killer, he and his deputy run afoul of a powerful druid, and the events that lead to the Cactus Kid's transformation into the hulking, four-armed projectile reptile are even more than the druid bargained for. From the Wild West to current-day Los Angeles, where he meets superheroes Black Eagle and Red Hawk, and forms an uneasy alliance with the stunning but deadly Kitty Hawk. Join the projectile reptile on a journey of gunslinging druidic magic, superheroes, and artifacts. Projectile Reptile from Dojo-kun Comics, only on Indiegogo. Are you ready for the truly Wild West?
The first time I laid eyes on Princess Gandari. Such a sweet and innocent little girl. I had no idea what destiny had planned for her. And neither did she.
Hey, Mary, show me that riff.
Okay.
In the dark, it's raining in the park. But meantime, south of the river, you stop and you hold everything. A band is blowing Dixie, double for time. You feel alright when you hear that music ring.
Well, now you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. Coming in out of the rain to hear the jazz goes out. Competition in other places. Oh, but the horns, they're blowing that sound. Way on downtown. Way on downtown, London town.
You took out Guitar George, he knows all the chords. Mine is strictly rhythm, he doesn't want to make it cry or sing. Left-handed old guitar is all he can afford when he gets up under the lights to play his thing.
And Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. He's got a daytime job, he's doing alright. He can play the honky tonk like anything, saving it up for Friday night. With the Sultans, with the Sultans of Swing, yeah. Sultans of Swing, the Sultans of Swing, Sultans of Swing, the Sultans of Swing, Sultans of Swing, the Sultans of Swing, Sultans of Swing, the Sultans of Swing.
And then a man steps right up to the microphone, says at last, just as the time bell rings,
Good night, now it's time to go home.
then he makes it fast with one more thing.
We are the Sultans. We are the Sultans of Swing.
My name is Avery Fletcher. After 7 years away, I have come home with only one goal: to save my father. But to do that, I can't be the woman I once was. To honor my father's legacy, I must become someone else. I must become something else. I must become Screecher.
Oh, this is the last one. I'll let it play.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push my mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Stroke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact.
Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How the heck are you?
I'm okay. Got a little bit of a headache. It's going away. I took some Tylenol.
Do we need to turn the volume up?
Oh.
No, I'm asking if we do.
Oh, why?
Can you
hear me better now?
Sometimes the best thing to do with a headache is to like just rock out.
Oh, okay. I'm like moving my mic around. I'm like, oh, you can't hear me? What? What's going on? Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Welcome
to the show. I really like that trailer. That was new for ManGia.
It was actually the same artwork. I just changed the music. I'm
Maybe.
working on a new one, but I didn't finish it in time. Hi, Tiny.
Oh, no.
She's sitting at my feet, so every time I move, she yips at me. Hi, baby. Anyway,
Yes.
What's going on?
Nothing much. You're working diligently on your
ManGia Yoshokan.
I was going to say the new book, but you're calling it episodes, right?
Well, each book has episodes. So, yeah, episode 1 is done. It's 25 pages.
Yeah.
Episode 2, I have 7 pages drawn out. But, yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to be in the first issue. We haven't launched yet, but I'm not quite ready.
Right.
I got to get the right music together. I got to get the right video together.
Mm-hmm.
Finishing the work won't be a problem unless the good Lord takes me early, but
That's always a thought.
Well, when they ask for the risks in those those crowdfunding summaries,
yeah,
that's really the only one I can think of. Well, the only risk really is that I'm going to die before I finish the book. Otherwise, you're going to get it.
This is true.
And it's going to be within a month. I mean, sometimes, between postage and shipping and me, there's been delays here and there, but nothing significant. Usually no more than, the week after closing. Bless you, Diana. Come on, show it.
Okay. I'm good.
Oh, what are you hiding it for? There you go. There you go. Let it out.
I can't help it. I just started sneezing. What's up with that? So I was just going to check on our Indiegogo page to see how the signups were coming along, and somebody changed the password.
Yeah, I think I had to this morning to get into it. But I'll give it to you after the show. Or I could give it to you right now. You want me to just tell you?
No, it's good. Yeah, I think that's a better idea, giving it to me after the show. Why do I have the chills now?
Well, you're getting a cold probably. That'll be the next thing.
Well, I was at work and I was at a meeting. Thank you, Timothy. And my head was started pounding. I'm like, I gotta go. I just can't. I can't. I'm not feeling that great. Hold on a second. I have another.
Oh, there we go. Another sneeze. Go ahead. Let it out. Come on. Otherwise, I'm going to start talking about things you don't want me to talk
It's
about.
not. Okay. So you have been working really hard on the second episode of ManGia Yoshokan. I can tell you guys, I have edited and proofread the first episode, and it's phenomenal. It is a great story.
It's significantly different than the preview edition that I've shared with Rick.
Yes, it is significantly different, but it still has a lot of the same components. I mean,
well, it's the same components, but the scripting has been polished, refined. Right. Good evening, Mike. How are you, brother? And episode 2, she's really only gotten a teaser, but it's great because it starts off with a meeting of the trust, which is Lucifer's basic, top honchos, as they try to find a way to stop Bryce, who they know is going to rebel against the fallen angels.
Right.
And while that's happening, our youthful group of heroes is wandering off into an abandoned castle, which happens to be built over the location where the fallen angel that they're going to attack is.
Exactly.
Yes. And it's really kind of mind-blowing because I had my first real oops as a writer, and I didn't put in a scene I needed, so I had to craft a flashback that fit seamlessly and really did. It works great.
Yeah, actually, it did.
But I was like going, oh no, I can't have this happen if this doesn't happen first. And so, yeah, I had to twist some things up a little bit to make it work, and it came out beautifully, which is, that's like one of those, they're like beautiful accidents. Every now and then things like that happen. Usually it's when I'm drawing, but it's nice to have something in writing that just kind of, ooh, I like the way that toned out. Beyond that, we are working on the comic book creator club for the local area. I've been talking to a couple of guys on Facebook who are local, and the idea behind that will be to get together a bunch of people. It may be kids and adults. I don't know how we're going to mix it in terms of what kind of turnout we get, but the idea will be that we'll produce a book that can be, produced over the year and then shown at the next Athol Comic Book Fest,
right?
Which is, the show we just did that we just started, and yay, we're going to be doing again. It's almost guaranteed at this point. Everybody's talking about it. From what I understand, there are there's a lot of plans. I don't want to say too much because I really don't know enough to open my mouth, but there are plans to make it a little bigger, make it a little better. And possibly, I mean, this thing could grow into an annual, fun fest. So,
yes, this is true.
I like how he put that in Chris's new book. So let me spell this for you.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I know, and for us, it's become a normal thing because, like, we're talking about it all the time, but people don't really know ManGia Yoshokan yet. Right?
Yep.
Are you holding in like sneezes and coughs this whole time?
Yeah.
I misspelled ManGia. Of course I did because I'm typing. ManGia Yoshokan. And it's coming together great in the sense that a lot of the concepts people don't really understand yet, people behind the scenes that I've shared it with. But it's going to come together. One of the biggest aspects of the story is going to be how badly Western kids are misled or misunderstand or are shown something from Japan that has nothing to do with what it is in Japan.
Right.
I'm thinking back to the multiple Western conversions of animes. I'm thinking back to Power Rangers and Beetleborgs and all the other ones that they did this with.
Yeah.
Where basically what we get in America is some sort of, if we're lucky, watered down version, but often completely different story that's put together because someone in corporate said, oh, we can't do that. We got to censor that and da-da-da-da-da. In light of everything that's gone all woke and crazy these days, it's funny they ever tried to edit it, Oh, do you remember the Beetleborgs? Because I sure do.
I don't.
How do you not? Well, I guess Mike was a little bit too old for that.
Yeah.
But it fell right into Jace's wheelhouse. It was, believe it or not, it was like a bad version of Power Rangers. If you like, that almost sounds funny because Power Rangers is like one of the most, I don't know. I don't want to call it bad because we all kind of have a love for it if you watched it, but it's definitely kind of not great production wise.
Yeah.
So hang on, I'll bring up a picture of Beetleborgs for you. So these are the Beetleborgs, and as you can see, they had 3. There were different colors. Oh, look at that! Yeah, and this weird Jay Leno or Jay. I think he was the bad guy. I don't remember now. But the Jay Leno looking guy with the big chin and nose. Yeah, but that was them. You know, they look like action figures running around, basically. So let me get rid of that. But yeah, Beetleborgs. You don't know them at all, do you?
I do not.
Live action Japanese stuff, I believe.
Is that what it
Jay
is?
Leno, the guy with the big chin and nose, is to me a lookalike of Jay Leno. I mean, he's not.
Oh, okay. That's why he said Jay Leno.
Yes.
It's like, what? Why? But now I get it.
What? Why?
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here comes Tiny again. Hi, baby.
She's so silly.
She went out and checked out Chewy, who's passed out. Probably pregnant by now.
Oh my God, Chris, don't say that.
You put her in a daycare. They're gonna tag her.
No, they don't do that.
Oh yeah, dogs don't do that. Oh, you're so funny. Why would you say they don't do that?
No, I mean they do.
It only takes 10 seconds to love. Come on.
All right, can we not talk about Chewy and her shenanigans, please and thank you?
All right.
So anyway, so you were talking about stuffed Beetleborgs. Why? How did we get there?
Just because we did.
Okay.
We should open up the chat if we're done talking about ManGia.
Well, we have ManGia. Yes, because really, other than that, I think we're just looking forward to the 2023 upcoming Comic Con circuit, which I have to get going and start signing us up for. But we need to talk about that at a later date, sir, to see where we want to go and what we want to do. We do want to mention that we would love to be on a couple of shows to promote ManGia Yoshokan. So if anybody is out there and listening and would love to have Chris and I, or even just Chris, or even just me, no, Chris and I, to talk about his upcoming new book, we would just reach out to me. We'd love to hear from you.
Or you could reach out to them, but if you don't know who they are, that would be difficult.
Yeah, I know. I know that we have talked about a few people. But
I guess since you've taken it there, we should say I am trying to avoid anything in the Madness Comic Network, and I'm not going to get into details. I just don't want to deal with the administrators of that program, and we wish them well.
Yeah,
but we don't want to be anything part of it. So it has changed where we can turn. So we need to find new places to go and promote and share what we're doing. And that's fine. You know, that's life. That's business. I don't know. Just say something, Diana. I'm biting my tongue so I don't say anything nasty.
So let's see. So if you know of any shows for anyone that is listening that we're not aware of, where there's a couple of people we're going to reach out to, drop us a line. You can always reach us at theheroshack@gmail. Yep, RJ's one person that we're gonna.
No. I want to confront that honestly because I love RJ, but he's part of the Comic Related Madness Network.
So
I won't promote on the Madness Network.
Okay,
it's
so
not worth it to me.
Let's discuss after ManGia Yoshokan. What are you going to be finishing up? Cluster Fudge or
Cluster Fudge 3 will be next.
Cluster Fudge,
but that'll be created in conjunction with Cyclopean 5.
We're already on the 5th book of Cyclopean.
Yeah, and if you count everything that we've done with Cyclopean, this is like 12. This would be 13 issues if you count the Hero Shack issues, which all included Cyclopean. He's been the one mainstay through every single Hero Shack
Well,
comic
he
that
is.
I did in
He's,
terms of the Hero Shack sandbox and the Hero Shack in Search of Heroes.
mhm. He's kind of like
He's like
our.
water; it's in everything.
Well, no, he was originally, considered sort of the flagship character of Hero Shack, but now that we've done so many different types of comics and
Well, he's still the flagship, but one of the reasons that I want to create another mainstream sort of character, being Man Guy, is because it's hard for people to relate to a one-eyed, no mouth, no ears creature.
Right.
Kids love him, but parents kind of shy away from him. It's really funny in that sense because until the parent understands what they're looking at, to them they're like, okay, this is really crazy. I don't know what I'm looking at. Meanwhile, there's their little 6-year-old son going, Mom, look at this. So like I wanted to make something that would be a little more relatable. Plus, I had this great story bouncing around in my head that I just had to tell. So Cyclopean is going to cross over into the Man Guy universe or vice versa.
Right.
They're in the same world.
Right.
And that could get interesting, but yeah, I'm smiling because I can't say too much. The idea of Cyclopean crossing over won't be for multiple issues down the road, but I do have an idea of where we're taking it. And
I know, and I think
I guess and the other thing is Trolls Exposed is kind of tied into this because King Magma is the king of trolls in this universe, and he is also part of the Satanic Trust, which is going to go after Bryce the Fallen Angel.
Right.
Which is kind of cool. And, it's just how I look at things. When I look at characters in my creative universe, I'm like, well, what kind of villains do I have? Do I want to create some new ones, some old ones? What do I want to use?
Right.
And for this story, Magma fits because it's all underground in Earth.
Right.
And the story only goes for 3 episodes, which is not 3 issues. That's a piece of an issue.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if we get enough response. I may be able to put episode 3 in the first issue, and then we'd have like a really supersized first issue. But as it stands, it'll be double sized.
So you're gonna put the one that you've completed and the one you're working on into the first issue.
Right. And if the response is big enough, I'll take
episodes per issue is what you're thinking?
No, my goal is eventually, but my goal is to make the year. You know how I like to put a yearly.
Yes. Speaking of which, we need to do that to some of the books we have.
Well, the Great Cyclopean 1 through 4 should be assembled into a volume.
Yeah.
Clusterfudge isn't done.
No.
Last of the Reapers is a solo book.
Right. So I was thinking the Great Cyclopean one.
Yes.
We should have that ready for our next venture out into.
Well, I could actually do it this week and get it ready for press and everything.
That would be cool.
Yeah, and then we can start offering that for December.
Yeah.
The only problem with December is I don't want to declare like shipment by Christmas when something's ordered in December because I'm really worried about what shipping is going to look like this year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, our books are online on our website, so now people can
order them there.
Order them now, if they were interested in doing so.
Right. But the Cyclopean book, I may actually make that a hardcover since that is a option that's available to us.
Right.
Which could be interesting. We've never done a hardcover. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's a lot more classy.
Right.
We actually have a hardcover of Carmen America, and I really like the result of it. It looks really good.
Yeah.
So are we ready to open the StreamYard, babe?
I think so. I think so.
There we go. I'm sending it out. If you guys want to join, feel free. If not, no pressure. I don't know how long we're staying on tonight, but we'll be on at least until 9. Actually 9:30, but I'm trying to make it intriguing and mysterious.
It's so funny. Yeah, open it up.
I did. I added it already.
Okay.
Let's see. What is this? Okay, that's the pre-show video. Never mind.
I don't know.
Well, it's weird because when you have stuff I had this sitting there, but I also had the other thing sitting there.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so there we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. So what else is happening with you? I'm being restricted on what I can really talk about, right?
Mhm.
So let's talk about this for a second. This one thing I want to start making clear is that we want to make books that are hero based and have character.
Yeah.
We want our characters to have. Oh, by the way, hi Tim, hi Rick.
Hi,
Hey.
Tim and Rick.
Hello. Timrick?
Like-
A Timrick?
Like Limerick?
Yeah.
Like we just.
I know a Timrick.
We just did a what would they
so
call that?
goofy.
We just did a crossover, except we didn't do it with books. We just made a Timrick.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I was thinking about that. You were telling me about how like Cluster's not really a hero, and I'm like, all right. Well, they don't have to team up. What if Cluster is the obstacle Melvin has to get around, right?
Yeah,
Right.
it could work. I think though we ought to do some sort of huge like we have quite a few people. I'm looking at me, you, and Rick and Terry when he's around. But we could come up with some sort of really cool crossover book. And,
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat.
I'm always game for
I
it.
think I was going to say I think Melvin would probably be better crossing over with not so much Cluster Fudge, but his space guy, his Silver Surfer wannabe.
Right.
The Silver
Yeah.
Scribe, brother. The Silver Scribe.
Because he would last longer. He'd last to that day and age and all that.
Although
Yeah.
I really can't
And
wait
in
for you guys
space,
to see
you know.
the completion.
I was
of
thinking more
ManGia.
in terms. I was thinking more in terms of Melvin's a very extreme character, and Cluster seems to be a very extreme character.
Yeah,
He's
was
just
when he was
not.
younger.
He's not a very nice guy though.
Yeah, he's a bit of a penis head.
Mm-hmm.
I went off camera immediately.
Oh
What?
man, you put yourself in the timeout.
Yes, I did.
Yes, I know. Why did you say that word? What did I miss? I was looking at something else.
Oh, I was
while we're-
mentioning
while we're thinking
why
of
I.
it, we should
ahead.
share this though. We should talk for a second. Mike's mic stand is at 9.
Yes, Mike Stand
Yep.
is at 9, guys, and about
He has
6,
some very
5,
interesting
4 minutes.
topics.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
He does. Yeah.
We were
We
on
actually had a blast
Friday.
Friday night. Was it this
Friday
last
night.
Friday night we did it?
Yeah, you're on last Friday.
No matter what some burnt out old fool says, Mike's show is actually pretty interesting.
I'm not allowed to talk about pops.
Okay, stop.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, baby.
I don't feel good anyways. I'm going to go to bed, and then I won't know what you guys are talking about.
Hey, brother, you can't do that. I mean, sister, you
Okay.
can't do that.
All right, this is what I'm going to do.
You guys joined the indie crowdfunding. You make money, all the money. Just have to join indie crowdfund.
Hey, I work really hard. Anyway,
And by that I mean I do whatever the moderators in my chat tell me to do.
Yeah.
Just
So,
ask,
Rick,
ask post-op Sulu.
how's Kickstarter doing, and what can we do to boost it?
Well, Kickstarter it hasn't moved in like about 20 days for me.
All right, we got to
What?
do some working on that one.
What? Do I have
I'm
to
at-
start smacking people?
I don't know what to do. You know, I'm gonna be on a friend of mine's channel. I'm not sure whether that's. It might get me into go because he doesn't want to support Kickstarter, or you know. So it's like.
So how far away are you? How far away are you from reaching the goal?
$281 Canadian, which is just over 200 American. No, not Dark's channel. Wise something, Wise guy or something. Wise trucker, and I reached out to another person that I was given. They said they'd have me on, but they asked me what time's good for me. I'm like, pretty much any time, and they haven't gotten back to me since. So
What?
And that's Lola Meats channel.
Oh yeah, have you got on that yet?
No, not on it. That's the latest person I've reached out to.
Did you meet her yet?
No.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
But the great news, if you didn't
read in your chat is all the pages of the Canadian Shield are officially drawn.
Yeah, so get the book, dang nabbit.
Let's do it.
Don't be a
So-
punk or Rick will chuck a tree at you.
No, the Canadian Shield will. But
we should do another
that-
birthday video, Rick.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do for another video. Quick.
Well, let's see
what
whose
was-
birthday is coming up. If we can find somebody that we know with an October birthday, we can do another birthday video. Hey, it's Terry's birthday on October such and such. Come by Canadian Shield.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good idea.
Every backing of Canadian Shield will get Trudeau out of office. Back the Canadian Shield.
Ooh, that's charming.
Well, he's of course Chris is suggesting that because of what I did for my birthday for the launch of.
Yeah, I loved
Yeah.
it. I thought that was great.
Right.
In fact,
You know?
I should probably just run that one and like black out the date.
Well, at this point, ending on Kickstarter on such and such a date.
You know, I'm gonna grab that off the video and play that.
What
A
if you
Kickstarter for such and such a date?
maybe if whoever back gets you to the goal, whoever's like that one backer that gets you to the goal, give them something special in return, like a toy or something, or
Happy
a free
birthday,
Canadian Shield,
Chris.
a free Canadian Shield figure if you're the backer who gets you to the goal.
That would not make sense, Timothy.
Oh, nothing I say ever makes sense. Haven't you listened to me before?
True.
I'm trying to think of a gimmick.
Exactly.
Does Canada have like unique stuff? Like, do you have candy that nobody can get in America? Like, maybe you could offer like Canadian chocolate.
You know, coffee crisp.
There you go. See, like to throw some of that in the bag. I don't know. No, that won't work. That's a good idea, but it won't work. Because I mean, who's going to back a book for a piece of candy?
Right.
Yeah.
Just me.
If they don't back Canadian Shield #2, you'll just be really extremely disappointed in them.
And
well, you'll be left behind when the movie comes out. You won't have any idea what's going on. You'll have to go find the back issues to get the lore.
All the children will make fun of you.
Well, believe it or not, I actually do have a script written for a movie.
What?
What?
I believe it.
Did I just say that you have a script written for a movie?
No, you didn't say it. He did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
Him?
Yeah, you heard me say that. Now it's not done in the real form, the movie format or whatever. But I consider it the movie script.
That's so funny. That's good. I mean, that's really good. You're very what's the word I'm looking for? You're very aspiring to me. Like you already have all that. That's incredible. I'm like trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my life.
You're right, Reckless Chucker. Those Canadians are ruthlessly polite.
So
yeah, I know, eh? I'm really sorry, eh?
Heather air first.
Oh.
So we do have to find a way to
Just
promote that.
passed.
So
Happy birthday, Reckless Trucker.
yeah.
Oh, join
belated.
the club. I said that about 5 minutes ago.
You did.
Yeah, John Turkey.
Sorry.
So
5 minutes
although
ago.
Five
if you
minutes
haven't
ago.
noticed, I haven't been streaming much lately, so I'm probably not going to be streaming much till the books are all colored, both of them, Snowdrift #1 and that.
Right.
Although I'm going to be probably trying to stream on Tuesday nights at about 10 o'clock for a couple hours, just a
And
chill
this-
stream
Yeah.
where
And
know
this
people
Friday-
can go on and do whatever we talk about.
And
whatever.
this Friday, you'll be getting a new page of Melvin #3.
Ooh. Speaking of this Friday, who's on with Mike Friday? You are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might have to EFAP that. It's so much fun.
Oh, you learned something.
What, EFAP? I know.
When you watch Mike's show, you learn something about Because I mean, if we're gonna go move forward in a comic book industry, we need to know where it came from.
Right.
Well, sometimes I think he gets a little bit too deep in detail for me, but I enjoy the simplicity of reading these old stories and the
Right.
absurdities that some of them introduce, and it's like,
Well, the
you
fact
just
that
kinda
like
gotta
in the
laugh at it 'cause it's
30s,
so crazy, you know?
what I learned
Like
in the
that-
30s, they really didn't have a particular genre. It was just kind of like all over, and it was some of it was from the newspaper, some of it was like noir stories, some of it was superhero stories. It was just kind of all over. There wasn't really a set formula yet.
Well, and if you think about it, we're kind of headed there. I mean, Marvel and DC are what? Hanging on. Then you
Yeah.
have manga, which goes all across a lot of genres, and then you have the indies. And the indies are, wildly
same
different
thing.
from each other. You
I
think so?
think-
Yeah, I mean,
I
we're
thi-
doing the same thing as the Golden Age did.
Yeah. Well, I think what you'll have is like a lot of Americans. It'll still be American indie comic books, but it'll have a slightly manga flavor to it.
Oh yeah, it's going to have some definite influences. That's for sure.
I mean, if I got to and I come up with like Melvin 10 and everything's gone manga, I'll get a manga artist. But right now, Sid's kicking ass. So.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, where's he out of?
He's out of Brazil.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's just hard to have a meetup
artist that
with
you're
him.
working with.
Yes, and honestly, I think he's getting really into it because he was asking. I told him we had like 2 pages left of Canadian. I mean Canadian. We were talking about Canadian Shield a while ago. Of Melvin number 3.
Right.
And he goes, "What? We're almost done." And I'm like, "Well," and then I'll start writing Melvin number 4. And he's like, "All right."
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's enjoying it.
Well, what I would suggest, Tim, before you get Melvin 4 even being drawn up, get everything from Melvin 2 and 3 paid off.
Well, yeah. I mean, Melvin 4 will be written and the storyboards will be done, but it's not going to until like everything else is taken care of. I'm not going to.
Right.
I just like to, I can't stop creating. It just,
Yeah.
If I stop, I almost believe that if I stop creating, I'll probably die.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, and I can't speak for Reckless Trucker because he's not in here, but really the 3 of us and Diana through the extension of editorial, we've been creating now since before we met each other, but really the whole time I've known you guys, we've been working on books and doing stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I had to literally.
Go ahead, Tim.
I said when I first heard that people were actually it was more possible to actually make books, I had to pretty much dig up Melvin and like reinvent him.
Right.
Because I mean, I created Melvin in like middle school.
I can relate. Cyclopean's the same thing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for my major stuff like Canadian Shield through Electite, all the scripts I have written right now were written like 20, 30 years ago. So
Yeah.
I've worked on a few other scripts since then. Obviously.
So have you ever gone through? I was gonna say, Rick, have you ever gone through some of your scripts and like, why the hell did I write that? Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Hero Shack sandbox, especially when I read that, I so want to go through it with whiteout and like strip down 25-30% of the dialogue easily.
Oh my God, remember that?
Oh my God. And I would just write words and words and words. And sometimes I still do that, but I hope it's better constructed. I'm getting more conscious of it. And like Diana will be able to tell you, like she'll read a book and she'll say, okay, that's pretty good. And then she'll come back and reread it. And I've like diminished dialogue and taken out things that I'm like, we didn't need to say that. We didn't need to do this.
Right.
It's an organic process where we both almost end up editing it in the sense of the story. She definitely does the technical editing way beyond me though, because like she'll catch English errors that I'm like, whatever.
Damn it!
I read
Rick,
it
that
right.
cover is so cool. Damn it! Every time I see it, it's like, dude, that cover has to be better than Canadian Shield #1.
Well, heck.
Now that is the cover right there.
Yeah, that's good.
That villain looks like he's up to some evil shite.
But heck, my first two, I had two. I have two scripts that I'm not sure where they are, whether I still have them. But I remember writing two scripts before I really started my comic universe. They were my comic characters. Like I did, like wrote the joining of the how the Holy Warriors came to be. My first 7 characters, but it's not going to be what I did. What I'm doing, that's a scrap. But you know, but that was like a little bit of pathetic, corny writing, and then I did one other script before I really started writing my universe as it is now with my character Ozona battling. I forget who she was battling, but with the help of another one of my characters that I'm not sure when he's going to be released. Scuba Man.
Scuba Man. The reign of Scuba Man.
Is he a champion skier?
No.
Is he a hockey player?
No.
I'm not going to say it.
His sidekick, Scuba Lad.
Well, guess what? Even with the name Scuba Man, I don't think you'd be able to guess his powers.
Does he dive? Does he teach
underwater?
Does he teach reasonable swimming lessons at the Y?
No. No.
Does he walk around encased by water all the time?
No.
No.
His powers are basically he can take on abilities of water animals or water creatures.
What's that got to do with scuba?
Scuba's in the water, right?
You got to change his name to Marine Dude.
It was at the time I didn't, I knew about scuba gear. That was about it. I didn't know that scuba stood for anything or whatever. I just made up the name and then I made up the powers.
How come I don't see a link, Reckless? Hang on, let me make sure.
Because he does not have a whatchamacallit, a wrench.
I think he does.
Do they still have those around?
Oh no, I think he does.
Oh, you just gave it to him?
Yeah. Yeah, so if you paste the link, we can see it. Let me see. Maybe he already pasted it and I missed it. No, he couldn't have if he didn't have a wrench, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah. No, it didn't post because you weren't a moderator. So you shared it, but it didn't post. There we go. There it is. Face of Horror. Let's see what Face of Horror looks like. Oh my gosh!
Oh, did I tell you who? Did I tell you who actually liked and shared one of the links I sent out for the Melvin sign up page?
No, who?
I know.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Really?
Yeah. He's got a Facebook, and I was like, I'm gonna try to actually send the links to actual people with huge followings and see what happens. Yeah, he liked and retweeted it. Like, that's so cool.
That must be helpful.
Yeah.
So there's Scuba Man.
Dun 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 dun. I can do that for a long time.
That'd be funny that he what's your name? Scuba Man. What's your powers? I take on the powers of other marine animals. What the hell does that have to do with scuba? I don't know.
Okay, I got to do this for Halloween and for Harley. Okay, there we go. This is the young lady that we need to go vote for. As you can see, her boyfriend beat her up pretty bad, and a vote goes towards facial reconstruction.
That's what happens when you put makeup on in the dark.
What is going on with this young lady?
She tried to put makeup in a bathroom stall in an airplane during when it was very turbulent and the lights were off, and that's what happened.
She grabbed a tube of it's stuff that you put on sores that makes them bleed, and so she put it on her face thinking it was foundation, and it messed
She
her
saw
up.
a bright shiny penny in a wood chipper.
You guys are like totally busting me, right?
I am, because honestly, it was a ferret. She got attacked by a pet ferret.
What?
Yeah.
No,
and
she didn't. You know what? Just stop. The two of you. What is wrong with this little girl?
It's a Halloween costume contest
Oh
thing.
my God, you guys.
You vote on
I'm
it.
looking at this beautiful young girl. I'm like, dear God, what happened? Is it a disease? Is it like what happened? And Chris is going, she got attacked by a ferret. Chris, you're terrible. She put some cream on her face and it was the wrong stuff. Like what?
She saw the new Black Panther movie and she got that.
There you go. And she couldn't deal with it. Okay, it's a makeup.
Remember,
contest.
yeah, but I've done this to you before. Remember that night that we showed you Iron Maiden's Eddie, and I told you he was a burn victim, and you were like, "What?"
Still not funny.
It's hilarious.
It's not funny.
Eddie.
Funny. It's not
Yeah,
funny.
I showed her a painting of Eddie, and I was like, "Yeah, no, he got burned, and like he models now because he's so burned." Oh, that's terrible. Yeah.
He really he so had me going. I can't even believe it.
Somebody's gonna sleep on the couch.
I'm telling you, right?
She's had enough of your shenanigans.
I'm like, seriously, I'm like, what? I'm looking at it. I'm like, what? Oh my God.
Hey, did you see that? Did you see that picture of that mask I found at that Halloween store, Chris?
I'm not. Oh yes, I did. I think
that was a Misfits mask. I was like, I'm totally gonna get that.
Well, yes.
Heck yeah.
Rick's teasing us here. Look, he made it really big, then he made it really small. There we go.
Is that?
This is
So
the last page is Canadian Shield 2.
So whose artwork is this that we're looking at?
Ephraim A. Crespo.
And are you inking it, or did he ink it as well?
This is supposed to be inked. There, I can see some things that I'm going to have to change a little bit.
Right. Well, as you know, I've been playing with Canadian Shield, and is the name of the villain a secret?
No,
it's Toxico.
No, he's. I'm getting him to do the cover for number 3.
Oh.
And I've done like, I don't know, probably a dozen thumbnails, but I think I've got one that you'll really like. Hello, Terry.
Are you gonna? Is this the big reveal of the cover for Canadian Shield 3?
Well, not yet, but it will be. I haven't done anything serious enough to show yet. We lost it.
Oh, okay.
But he chose like well, let me see if I do have anything I can show. Because really, I've been using the cover as like my, when I get bored with drawing my comic and I need to keep drawing, I'll switch over to right now it's Canadian Shield, but I'll switch over to almost anything. It's just nice to have something that like isn't meaningless. All right, hang on. Let me look at my iPad real quick.
Silly. Here's me doing I'm stroking my beard, thinking of an idea. I'll keep you in mind for Melvin 4.
Cool.
Have you do an alt cover?
Rick, I figured I owe Rick a cover since he did like 10 pages for Trolls. So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do a cover, no problem, brother.
Oh, I was gonna pay for it. I'm not sure.
No. The only payment I might accept is a copy of the book. That's about it, and that can even be a PDF. Because really, man, you did 10 pages. It's like
I see.
It was it was 8 pages, I think.
Shh, let me think it was 10. It's more impressive.
Yeah. You got someone to do a cover for you, dude. Just roll with it.
Well, and honestly, it's kind of an honor because I think Dillard's done some of your covers too, right?
Dillard did the alternate cover for #1. Well, technically, he didn't even do it for that. I just chose to use that artwork. He did it for he used it for a poster that I was trying to get together for Comic-Con
Gotcha.
before the book came out. Just tell, and well, I asked him whether I could use it as a alternate cover for the first one.
Very cool.
And of
He's
course,
an interesting artist.
And of course, Dillard's doing the art. Did the art for Snowdrift #1, and he's doing the pencils.
The interiors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that last page was awesome.
And then, of course, he's doing the pencils for all of #2.
Even the cover?
No.
Oh.
Well, actually, he might. I haven't approached him yet. I'm thinking of getting him to do the cover for #2 as well. Or at least
he's got a lot of
at least maybe the pencils.
Hey, that video where you were walking around at that Comic-Con talking with people, that was actually a really good video. It's like, man, he's making the rounds, getting to know people.
Yeah.
Rick, you could be famous, bro. All right, let's see if I can manage to do this.
You need to make that cover a T-shirt.
You're talking to Rick, right?
Yeah.
Put that picture on a black T-shirt. It'd be awesome.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, does anybody remember that show?
Yeah, Welcome back, Cotter.
Cotter.
Yeah.
Okay, does that make you Horseshack?
No. I could be though, couldn't I?
You're already Hero Shack. I guess that's close enough.
Yeah, you remember Horseshack, don't you?
Yeah, I remember that guy.
No, I mean Diana. She was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, Horseshack."
The Little Shop of Horrors, you mean?
Nope.
No, the show Welcome Back, Kotter.
Oh. I thought you said Horseshack. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Hey, for October, you changed your channel's name to Horror Shack.
Maybe.
These are just sketches of, a little bit finished here and there, but not really. Just playing around with the characters.
Oh, it's a villain with a mop.
Well, the mop I think I've gotten rid of. Rick kind of steered me away from it. But the early thumbnails had him with a mop. So I was like putting him with a mop and everything.
How badass would that be? A villain that beats people up with a mop.
I think it's awesome, but Rick didn't really care for it. So I was like, all right, no more mops.
Well, yeah, I just said you don't have to have it, because the guy is a janitor. He hasn't really gotten his suit. He's when you first see him, you see him in the battle that he has with the Canadian Shield. He's in his janitorial uniform after he's just basically incinerated a guy.
Yep.
I just thought I'm saying.
I was trying to find a way to put the incinerated body on the cover and make it all look balanced and with the right form. And I still haven't done it because every time I draw a sketch of them fighting, I want to have it so big that I'm like, oh yeah, I can't like squeeze this in somewhere.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't even want anybody to see the incinerated person yet, because I want that to be like, holy crap.
Well, I do have a vision of like Neil Adams when he does those like I just see Neil Adams when I picture like if the body was there, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think of that. I don't think that I should do that cover.
You can do it like this, where there's like there's a close up of an incinerated body. It's just the shape of a body blacked out, and then a close up of a Canadian Shield looking at it in horror. And he's like, "What have you done?" And that'd be like the cover.
Yeah, but if we did that, would reveal that somebody had done something to a body.
Yeah. I
just
I
just
don't
popped in
want
my head.
I don't want to give too much away that's in the book. Yeah, I'm talking about it right now, but there's what 3 people
Well, right
watching.
now I believe we have 3 viewers. We might have 3 live viewers that aren't one of us.
Those 3 viewers better keep their mouth shut.
And you know what? Go sign up for Melvin 2, ManGia Yoshokan.
Yeah, well,
and buy yourself a copy of Canadian Shield 2 over at Kickstarter.
Help him fully fund on Kickstarter.
Well, I know one of my taglines for my next campaign is going to be, "It's time to get all fired up." Are you gonna? That's going to be some sort of using fire and maybe go into the hero aspect, trying to promote that way. Heart of a hero.
Flame broiled vengeance.
No, just because the 3rd book I'm bringing out next time is my character, the Flame. So, getting all fired up. It's time to get all fired up for this campaign.
Damn, that's hot.
Oh, you guys are crazy.
Hey
guys, I want to dress my dog up for Halloween for her daycare, her doggy daycare. What do you think I should dress her up as?
Trevor.
I think
a spider.
I think you should dress her up as the dog from the Marvel movies.
Haven't you seen that video of that dog with like a spider costume on its back and it's chasing?
Yeah.
It's running around and running at people and because it wants them to pet him and then it's running. It's on an elevator and the guys pretend to be dead and the elevator opens up and people run away.
I'm looking that up right now.
It's cute.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
Have you seen it?
I'm looking at it now. It's a spider. You just wrap it on the back of her.
Exactly.
That's funny. But she's tan, so she'd have to be a tan spider.
Hey, honey. Somebody just came in, and I'm betting it's Terry.
Okay.
Can you let him in?
You want me to let him in? I can let him in. Let me find
him. Why don't you let him in? Because I'm trying to find something here.
Add to stream. Hello, Terry.
Hey, Lucy, I'm home.
You got some spider in the door.
You're home?
Welcome.
Well, go back out, Lucy.
You need me to say goodbye. Call me the bad guy. We'll say goodbye to the bad guy. I don't know, something like that.
The bad guy? Who's the bad guy here? I ain't no bad guy.
What trouble have you got yourself into today, Lucy?
Oh, you guys are killing me.
Well, Ricky, I didn't do nothing.
Listen, I have a dog.
Well, I take that back. I did learn a few things about making jam.
Look at that thing. Look at that thing.
Hey, Rick, I did learn a few things about making jam.
Oh my God.
Rick will understand that more than you all will.
Making jam? I know what jam is.
Is that a dirty euphemism?
Oh,
No.
I thought he was making real jam, like jelly jam.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, real jam.
Oh, I think these girls are going to be scared.
I understand from last night.
Hey, look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
What the hell did he do?
What?
Look at the dogs on the Oh, snap.
What the heck was that?
He's tied up in a web.
Mutant giant
Are
spider
they
dog.
going to lower him from the web? What the heck?
What? You can't even see it though.
You'll be able to when it comes out, I'm sure. Oh, look at this. Look at this. These people are going to be freaking out. Where's the dog, though? That's going to be the clincher.
Is that the dog?
See him?
The dog's like, what?
Come back. Oh, look at this one.
Well, maybe I can see that. Oh, what the heck?
Is that a fake dead body? Oh, yeah. Parts.
Oh my God, that's awful.
This is a great prank. This is going to be freaky.
This poor guy.
Oh, I bet you they're showing all this so we can see just how far away he goes to run.
That's a very long place. Where is he going?
I don't know, but it looks like a train tunnel or something. Oh, snap.
He doesn't seem to be too phased. He's like, huh, that's weird.
Food.
Let me take
Is he taking a picture? He pulled out his phone?
Yep, he did.
God, we've become such photographers.
Well, you know
as
how
long as
people
he doesn't run
they get
toward the
close.
light, he'll be all right.
Oh, he could go over to the. Oh man!
Did you see how
to
just
do that?
You know what it was? He probably got close enough to those things and go, wait a minute, these are fake. I'm gonna take a picture of these.
That's so funny.
Halloween is coming, babe.
Well, I know. Like I said, I told them when I picked up Chewy Lynn today at daycare. I said, I know because they're having a costume contest. I said, I know. I just don't know. I said, she eats everything. They started laughing at me.
No, you know what to do? You know what to do?
Hmm.
Send Tiny in instead. Tell him.
I shrunk her.
Tell him she's dressed as a chihuahua. Here you go.
That would be so funny. If I had time, I would. Because
I've been watching this the show on YouTube called Creature Features, and it's like one of those old late night programs. I think the original started in the 70s, and I think they had a second version somewhere in the 80s or 90s, and now in 2016 they came out with like a third version, which I guess you can find episodes on YouTube because they got a YouTube channel too. But it's
Godzilla style movies, or is it?
Well, it's there's like this guy who's supposed to be like a failed rock star, and then the person he lives with is Tangelica or something like that, and she doesn't talk, and then the butler Livingston, and they present you a movie, they give you little factoids, and there's I think there's a segment where they read fan mail or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
I think one of the movies they watched was Damnation Alley, which was supposed to be like a post World War III movie.
Ooh.
It had the guy from who played Hannibal on the A-Team, and then the guy who was the captain of the Reliant in Star Trek 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually a fun film, but they filmed in the same area as the original Star Wars in 1977.
Really?
And they had this ongoing thing where they were bragging that they would sell them at the box office.
I guess we know how that worked out.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fun movie, but come on, Star Wars is a cultural touchstone.
Yeah, I wonder how many people actually knew that before it launched, though. There must have been doubt.
They probably knew.
I'm sure, like George Lucas and stuff had a good idea, but I don't know. Yeah, I can't imagine seeing it and going, "Yeah, that's not going to hit." Anybody who watched it would get caught up in it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, George Lucas probably didn't really know. I mean, nobody really knows until it actually has some kind of effect.
Yeah, but when Kenner signs on to make your dolls.
Yeah, well,
action figures.
Actually, bigger
They're
companies.
not dolls, they're action figures.
They're collectibles, damn it. Go ahead,
Bigger
Simon.
companies had refused to make it. Kenner got lucky.
Yeah, I saw that on that toy show on YouTube.
Yeah, the toys that made us.
Yes, you watched that too?
It was on Netflix.
My favorite thing about the Kinder toy line is that after Return of the Jedi, they tried to expand the life of Star Wars on the shelf by making a continuation.
Yeah, I watched that video. I have it. For that one character, it was only one character they said might have been in Dark Empire.
Might have. It was the inspiration for not. It wasn't in it. He wasn't in that. His sketch design was inspiration for the Emperor's guards in Dark Empire.
Might have been. Actually, I'm not sure which one it's in, but I have better access to that stuff at the moment because I changed some of my stuff into long boxes, and that was the Dark Empire series was in one of them. I'm just not sure which one.
Oh, jeez, man.
Maybe for next week, for next week I'll fish it out.
There was just so many, and like that Mongo Beefhead character. it didn't officially come out, but there's been people who have made like who've gotten the molds and stuff and actually made the figure.
Yeah.
No kidding. Yeah. You know what?
And
Though?
that
You just mentioned long box. I think it's about time I get one.
And that AT-AT with the big cannon sticking out the back, how awesome looking was that?
Yeah, I just went and bought 5 last week. Last week. 5 long boxes, which fit 200 in approximately.
What do they go for in Canada?
They were going for $13.
Yeah, they're going to be about $10-15, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably about
It's
$10.
It's gonna have to happen soon because I'm running out of shelf space. And that was after we gave away 3 books times what, honey? 50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said 150.
No.
You liar.
No, I'm trying to remember how we broke it down because there were also coloring books in there too, separately, but with pencils for half of them. But yeah, it's like I cleaned out a lot of my collection, but there's still 2 shelves worth of books there. I didn't give out any of my indies though.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to give out get close to another 10 boxes myself.
Wow, that's a lot of books, brother.
But,
how many do they carry? They only carry about 20 each or 100 each?
No, the ones I got, 200.
Oh, 200 each. All right.
You can get them in different sizes, so you can get smaller ones if you need. I just got them at my comic book store. You can order them online, but I figured it'd be cheap. I haven't checked. I had checked the price. I just figured it'd be cheaper.
Even if it's not as convenient, right? You're there. You don't have to wait for the mail and hope it doesn't get. Well, they'd probably send it flat, and you'd have to fold it out and stuff.
Yeah, well, I got them flat. I put them together myself. I didn't realize how to do it at first properly, so the first one got put together wrong. Well, it got put together right, but I did it in the wrong way. It was harder on me than it had to have been.
Gotcha.
So it's like I'm working on the second one and I can't get it. Okay, I'm looking this up on YouTube. How to put this together. I felt silly for not realizing how, but
well, sometimes they can be really, you think it's silly, but sometimes those things can be really challenging to put together.
A little trick in it that you don't catch unless you see the directions.
Right.
Yeah. The lids for them, I figured out. I knew exactly how to do them. I had done similar lids before.
Right.
So,
it's like a fold over thing and folding clasp or something.
Yeah. Like, I'm not sure whether you, what's it called? Operation Smile, the Christmas box type things, where you send fill it with stuff overseas.
Yeah.
Well, the lid basically folded very similar to that, except you got an extra side,
Yep. Hey, I got a question. Should I send invites to you guys for our comic book group? It's like technically for local creators, but it wouldn't be bad to have other creators in there too. Yeah.
Sure.
If you want.
Why not? I mean,
Why
it would
not?
always be good. You might be able to help some kid with an idea or something, I don't know how it's going to go. I only know for sure that there were 3 kids stated interest in doing a club with me at the show out of 100 or more kids. But that's the thing. Not a lot of kids are really into creating right now. They're all like mind-dead zombie consumers. And I'm not complaining. I remember when I was a kid, it seemed like the indie scene where everybody was working on a book or a comic or something.
You kind of have to want to create.
Yes, exactly.
When I was a kid, I didn't really have a voice of my own, and so when I discovered making comic books and such, I could make my opinions and what I felt about things known through my comic books. Which
I know
some people to worry, but I was a kid.
I know when I was a kid, before I got into trying to do my own comic books, I was with a group that I sort of weaseled my way into, and we did stuff, but after a while they just gave it up, and So but that was only 4 or 5 out of like a school full of you
Yeah.
know. So when when you're talking 5 or 6 out of thing, it's really that's I'd say average.
And you know what was
Yeah,
funny though?
I
Now
was
in
pretty
your
alone on the whole making comic book things. I mean, none of my friends were into it, but I was.
Even if they're into comics, they probably even lowers down after you know who
Well,
wants to actually create comics.
so I work in a rural school district, but the only school that really has ever shown great interest in comics is the one that's furthest away from civilization. And they did their own comic book club that I stumbled into on the last 2 weeks that it was open. And it was literally like, gosh, there must have been 16 kids in there. And they were trying so hard to put together comics. And the teachers, one had no idea. She was just there because she liked the kids. And the other one had drawn comics in high school, like a lot of us did. But he was on the typing paper and didn't do much beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
So they had no idea. So I told them I'd come back and help them, but they only had 1 week. 1 week left. Now there may be an opportunity this year to do something, but I haven't pursued it just yet.
Hey, when you do, let us know.
Yeah, I'll be doing that one in 2023. That'll be an after school club. And,
okay, like I said, when you get it up and running, let us know.
Hey, it would be cool if like we could zoom you guys in for like a panel where they could talk to you guys about creations or something.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, you gotta set that up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm working on all of that.
You're in the talking process now, right, Chris?
Well, I'm talking to a lot of people about different things. The thing is, it's totally different. My schools range in 2 towns, and one town I can go and do almost anything, and there'll be a ton of kids. The other town is the larger one. It's much harder. The engagement level is a little less, is what I would say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I remember, there was nobody besides me, and then like any of my friends that I wrangled into it. Besides that, there was nobody unless it was me and another kid that were drawing comic books, but we never. He was way better than me, and no one paid attention to any of the comic books or were even interested in working with anything. Because I was a kid and I didn't know how to really do it. But I think somewhere in my permanent records there is a bunch of drawings I did that a teacher found troublesome.
So in 5th grade,
you didn't draw anyone getting their head cut off, like anything like that, did you?
I drew violent comic books.
Well, in 5th grade, I wrote a story with accompanying artwork. It wasn't
you
a
used every Punisher rule and just ran with it, huh?
Yes. And the teacher took my drawings away from me and then gave them back because, but I made copies and put them in your permanent record in your files. I'm like, okay.
How dare you?
In 5th grade, I did a horror novel with pictures. It wasn't a comic, but it was more like a novel with pictures inside. And it was literally a school massacre, not unlike the ones that really happened like 20 years later.
Oh, wow. Wow, Chris.
Back then, what happened was the kid that I was working with, the reason I was working with him is because his dad was a lawyer and he had a really big copier at home. And copiers were super rare back then.
Yeah.
So we made it was an 8 or a 10-page book, something like that. And he made enough copies for everybody in our classroom, and we handed them out and probably gave the teacher one. And it was like 10 minutes later, we were in the office.
No.
They confiscated all the copies, and we were lucky because it wasn't yet like a freak out. They were like, all right, kids, let's talk. You need not do this. This is very bad. We're a little concerned, but today, if they did that, the kids would be in psychological screening and,
Yeah. I think in 4th grade, I wrote a book where it was like werewolves versus pretty much every character in G.I. Joe. and the werewolves were and it was a very violent story. So they were doing this collection of all the classmates' works and stories and pictures, and mine didn't make it in. And I asked the teacher, "Well, why?" And he goes, "Well, it's your story was not very appropriate for class." so yeah, I was a little bit of a troublemaker.
Yeah.
I
wasn't a
what do you
troublemaker, but I was
expect, man?
definitely
You're a Punisher fan. What were you expecting?
Well, technically, I was really big in the Image comic books.
No, I'm saying, that was even worse.
Yeah.
We're talking about a bunch of comic books for 13-year-olds by 13-year-olds.
And I was heavily picked on, so I had a lot of issues.
Yeah.
So
actually, I was too. I wonder if that's something that, like, why we're drawn to comics, because it's a world we can go to and like
just escape from everything.
Yeah, and just
Yes,
literally
it was-
vent your frustrations.
Yes,
And
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was picked on in school. too.
Okay, so now I really feel left out because I wasn't picked on at school.
You were one of the bullies.
You're probably one of the bullies, Diana.
I was not. Such jerks. I was not.
I did not push her down the
I
stairs.
was very, very kind to the underlings. I was very kind.
The underlings, you hear that?
Oh yeah, just
Diana.
that language, the underlings.
Yeah.
Diana,
She's like,
what did you think
"Ew,
of guys who read
Please,
comic
this,
books?
this disgusting thing
I
fell in
really
front of me.
didn't know
Ew.
many of them. I thought they were very intelligent. The guys that used to do in the comic book clubs at the high school and stuff, I thought they were considered nerds and very smart. Those were the guys that we would go to
Nerd
get
laugh.
So
Well, we were
But I wasn't
we
mean
were
to
the
them.
guys that got picked on by all the hot girls.
yeah, but I wasn't mean to them. I wasn't like I'm not a mean person. I don't go out of my way to pick on
I
people.
will say she's not a mean person. I would believe that she wasn't a bully, but it is suspicious that you called us underlings.
I just did that because to all
By
the
the time I didn't really get picked on much in high school. I had become
Oh, I think
I had segregated myself enough away from everybody.
in high school I kept getting into fights.
High school was weird for me because, like, I only spent half my sophomore year in Lawrence, but my best buddy came into the school as a freshman. I was a sophomore, and like the first thing he did was start a fight with like 5 football players at once, and he took them all down. Got suspended for a week, and then he came back in my high school grade after that. But he was a psycho. Like,
was he pretending to be Steven Seagal or John Claude Van Damme?
No, actually, I was going to tell you, he was
Van
pretending to be
Damme.
Wolverine. he had this image. He would either do Captain America or Wolverine.
Oh,
And
okay.
And he ended up in the special forces, like he was that much of a badass. But it was like,
I remember a friend of mine, Mike Dennis, and he was in lunch line, and I never saw, but I heard the story that some kid was like kept pushing him, and of course Mike had shaved his head down to the scalp, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he grabs the kid by the shirt and headbutts him. It's like, dude.
Did he split open?
I don't know. All I know is he got suspended for a while because he literally hit the kid in the face with his own skull.
Yeah, you can really mess someone up with a well placed headbutt.
Yeah.
True.
Well, I remember I was in summer school once, and I don't know
You summer school? No.
Summer school?
Yeah.
No.
But I had this one guy come. Like I said, it was teased a lot, and I had this one guy running up behind me, screaming. I thought he was, coming at me. He says he wasn't, but I time things, very well, and I put my leg out straight back and nailed him.
You tripped him?
No.
You kicked him in the nuts then.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hey, whatever it takes, man. If someone's charging you, it's your job to take care of that charge. Just
I think my older brother beat down somebody with a backpack.
Now he says he was. I didn't think of it then, but I think of it now. He tried to say that he wasn't trying to do anything, But if you're close enough to me, coming up behind me screaming, and I'm able to nail you in the nuts, you've got to be close enough
the
for
close
me
enough.
to have done that.
Yeah, it's not like your legs are 12 feet long and you accidentally clipped him while he was walking down the hallway.
Yeah.
So I never thought of that comeback when I was like getting into trouble by whoever's in charge of the summer school stuff.
Well, it's funny though. If we ran into those people today, they'd be like strangers to us.
Yeah.
We wouldn't even really know them anymore. Yeah.
And there was one other time too. This was just during regular school that somebody picked on me just a little bit too much. I picked him up over my head and threw him down to the ground, like boom, almost like a body slam.
That's awesome. I wish I could see that, man.
You're a lot tamer than I was.
No, I know he wasn't too injured from me doing it because I didn't, really do a lot of.
Well, most of the fights in my life were all won with my feet by running the other way because I did not like fighting when I was young. And by the time
I had a temper.
I had a temper, but I did not want to I hated the idea of sitting there trying to fight somebody because at some point it becomes life or death to me. You know what I'm saying? If you're fighting, I don't know how you fight and don't think about just destroying whatever you're fighting. It's a weird thing primally to separate from that and go, well, I'm going to stop when I black out his eye or when I give him a bloody nose.
You just did. I'm pretty sure you did.
I remember it was middle school. One of those jocks was following me and he was giving me, what a flat tire is when they step on the back of your feet.
Yeah.
So I got mad. I turned around and I punched him square in the face, and I realized it didn't even really faze him because his head turns back and then he turns back at me and he cocks back his fist. Bam! But I never won any of them. I got in a lot of fights. I never really won any of them.
Well, there was this one kid.
I got in one fight in high school.
Did you win?
Yes, unfortunately.
That's an unfortunate thing if you say unfortunately.
Yeah. They didn't stop the fight until I nearly broke the guy's arm.
Ow.
No, Terry.
No, they wanted to see if I could defend myself. That's what the teacher's excuse was anyway.
Wow.
That's a bad excuse from a teacher.
Dude, I wasn't one to get into fights.
No, I don't like fighting.
Yeah.
I like fighting in Street Fighter.
Sometimes you need to stand your ground, and sometimes that's the only thing where you can get your point across to a bully.
True.
Because sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes
you don't.
Yeah.
I knew you were going to go that way. That's crazy.
Hey, honey.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Almond Joy's got nuts, but Mounds
don't.
I was never in a fight. Somebody pulled my pigtail once in school. That was
that means they like you.
Cried, and I cried.
See, you
cried because some guy liked you?
He pulled my pigtail. It hurt.
That's why I said you cried because some guy likes you?
No, I cried because it hurt. He pulled my hair in the back. He was sitting behind me, and he pulled it. Classic. And I yelled, and I ran into the bathroom, and I wanted my seat moved. And then he picked on me the rest of the year. But I did not.
He had it for you bad, babe.
Huh? Yeah,
he wanted you bad if he kept picking on you.
This was like in third grade. It was awful.
Oh, yeah. He wanted to hold your hand, girl.
I just wanted to hold your hand.
Maybe even get to.
Yes, once Rick sings the hits, they're forever his.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, you guys are killing me over here.
But you can't say that 5 times twice.
No, I'm falling asleep.
Right?
You can. I'm sorry.
Terrible at math. You know that.
It's almost 10 o'clock. It's bedtime for this lady.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to start advertising the show as a hangout. No one else is welcomed. and just be like the 5, 6 of us. I say 6 because I think somebody's missing, but I'm not sure who.
Probably Reckless Trucker.
Well, he's always welcome, but I think it was Mike. He didn't come in at all because we didn't have much time actually. But yeah, it's almost like we're hanging out at like a bar or something, and like there's not a lot of people that come in. We just kind of hang out. Somebody comes in, we're like, hey, have a beer.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta try and come. Like I said, Tuesdays. I think at about 10 o'clock, I'm gonna be trying to do a chill stream. So if you're awake, you gotta try and come in, Chris. I know Diana won't be awake.
No.
Yeah, I'll try. You know what?
At whatever time Rick decides to stream, which is so random that it's not even.
Well, like I was saying earlier, I think I'm gonna the next few weeks, next couple months. I definitely know I'm not doing my old schedule, my normal schedule, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, go away for a few months and then.
Because I'm going to be focusing on doing a lot of work during the day, doing my coloring so I can get the books done in time. But I think Tuesday nights I'm just going to have a chill stream, bring up a blank page on Clip Studio and just draw whatever comes to my head.
Nice.
And then, and talk about whatever. With whoever comes on, they can draw or not draw. It doesn't matter.
What if they just want to draw guns?
Sure. I just
want to get loud.
Show it.
It won't get loud.
Remember Todd Mulrooney? Does he ever stop by your stream anymore?
Once in a while.
Did you see the comic book he's working on?
His Ignition one, right?
No, it's like a superhero wrestling comic book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that seems familiar. I might have seen it. Was it Twitter pasted?
I think it was. I saw him working, like posting pages on or character designs on Facebook.
Oh, maybe that's where
I think he mostly does Facebook nowadays, doesn't he?
Oh, and there's a new, fairly new site. I think it's fairly new, anyways, for comic type creators. That it looks similar to which one?
IndieCron.
No, not IndieCron. It's a social media site. Looks similar to Mind. Are you on Mind, Chris?
I am, but I haven't been on probably in a year. I signed up in case I got kicked off Twitter. But I never use it.
It's called Jibber Jabber, and it's not the old stuff. Let's see.
I was thinking about old stuff. Do you guys remember?
Got time with the Jibber Jabber.
Stickcam was crazy.
Who was?
Stickcam. They used to have an online service you could do a video chat similar to this. But like there were girls that were always going around flashing themselves and boys flicking their dick, and it was crazy. You'd be trying to have a regular conversation and all of a sudden basically they had to close down because some teenager would show up and start flashing their privates, and it would be like, what the? They got in a lot of trouble. They just disappeared.
I just put the link in the main chat if you want to check it out.
Let's see. Go down here and click.
Sorry, guys.
Look at what you're doing to me, Diana.
I can't even help it. I am like, I had a cup of decaffeinated tea, and obviously that's not going to keep me awake, but I'm just like...
Well, that's the problem. You're drinking decaffeinated.
Yeah, but if I drank caffeine, I'd be up all night, and I got to work tomorrow. I don't feel that great, but it'll be all right.
I just joined like less than a week ago, and I have already 26 people following me on this site.
Are those 26 people backers?
Unfortunately not. I think a lot of them are other creators.
I don't think I have an account for this unless this is the old Minds.
No, Minds is still around.
So this is a whole different system.
Yeah, I'm just saying it looks similar to Minds.
Gotcha.
Alright, let's see.
It's hard to get back on the mines, especially if you don't use it that often. Then you have to remember the password, and then you have to. It's like
This is
impossible to get
another
back on.
social media website thing.
Yeah. But it's a lot more comic oriented from what it's supposed to be from what I heard.
Okay.
And I think
Well,
it's
I have to look when they're signing up. Diana, you're getting worse. Do I need to take you down to ER, baby?
No, my God.
She's got the coof.
I don't know where it's coming from. Like
She's incoofinated.
It's coming from China.
She's
All
got
right,
the
you need
cooties.
to stop. Oh my
Yes.
God, you guys, no. I have a little sniffle thing going on.
She has a little sniffle, she says.
Rock and
That's
roll.
how it
Coochie
starts.
Okay, so this is really weird. I can't find it. Jibberjabber.social. Oh,
Why don't you click the link that's in the?
I tried to click the link, but it wouldn't work for me because
Oh, wow, it's worked for me twice.
I'm using my phone and I'm not on the computer. That's why.
There's a link somewhere? Where's the link?
Here, I'll put the link in the private chat on.
Okay.
In the duck.
Gotcha.
The duck is like the peacock, but not as pretty. NBC.
What?
NBC.
Hey, this site uses cookies. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Only if they're
I love
without
cookies.
nuts.
Oh.
Love cookies.
Yeah, I don't like cookies with nuts, though. They end up doxing you.
Oh, I see. It's from Newsroom. All right, so I'll sign up now.
What sign are you going to use, honey?
Huh?
What sign are you going to use?
I'm signing up, I said.
Yeah, what sign are you going to use?
I'm going to use the email.
That's a sign?
Stop it. You're not funny. I keep telling you this.
You keep almost falling for it.
Gibber. I got to write it down, guys. If I don't write it down, I won't know what the heck I'm doing. And the password, okay.
Well, and just make sure you save it. Bookmark it.
Yeah.
You
Or
know,
you can use your history.
I've done a couple posts on there so far. They haven't got a lot of traction, but you know. But then again, yeah. But like I said, you know, like I've also got 26 followers in like less than a week.
I like the fact that it's well, it's when you're trying to sign up something, it says I have too many characters. Nope, maybe that one. Okay.
Maybe they're not matching.
Could be.
See, now I've got it, Diana. You gave it to me.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Shame on you.
You know, I can't help it. I don't mean to.
What, yawn?
Oh, this is all part of
Yeah,
your
it was
plan.
just
We know.
happening.
We're on to you.
It was just like literally happening. I was trying to control it. My eyes are bleary.
I would think you were trying to seduce me, but this won't get you anywhere. I'll be asleep.
Oh my God, no.
Get it? You're trying to get me to bed?
Okay. I'm not a robot.
Because you would be trying to get me to bed. To sleep.
Yeah.
It's a bad joke.
Yes, it's a terrible
Save.
joke.
I'm going to save it. Welcome. There are only a few steps left before registration is complete. Once you enter the required information, what you... My God. Heck.
Blood type, DNA sample. Are you vaccinated?
Urine sample.
Huh?
Urine sample. They need a urine sample.
Then you have to
Step
sell your
3.
immortal soul.
Yeah, that's step 4.
And then you have to jump through a bunch of hoops that are literally on fire.
I know, right? Like, seriously, though. It's kind of sad when you think about it. That they have you do all this stuff.
They have to make sure that you're real.
And they have to make sure you can be trusted.
Is that why?
You're not a bot.
Huh?
They're like, all right, Diane, are you cool? Are you cool? All right, you cool? You down?
They want to make sure you're not bought.
I said I wasn't bought. Don't they trust me? No.
You know, you didn't get what he said.
You make sure you're not bought, as in bought and sold.
Oh, that won't work.
But it also works as bot, as in what you are.
Have you seen that commercial where it's literally a robot trying to sign up for something, and it can't read the caption you're supposed to put in, or
no, I have.
It can't answer any questions, so it decides just to burn it with the computer with its laser eyes.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I did see that. Yes.
Is this supposed to be an R? It just gets mad.
Is that a Geico commercial?
I think so.
I want to say it might have been because they go, this may drive you crazy, but Geico insurance will save you 15% or more. Or it could have been
It's just
mayhem.
funny how the robot just would get frustrated and like shoot lasers at the computer.
Yeah.
Well, it's officially after 10, so.
I have to go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm already falling asleep in my seat.
Diana, you see what you've started?
Yeah, because I was really hyped.
Such is going to be nice this season.
Time to pull the plug, Diana.
It's time to pull
So
the plug.
listen,
All right, guys.
tomorrow
Good
night Rick's at 10.
Rick's at 10 if he's on.
I'm going to try to get in there. If you're not there, I'm going to stream it out.
I said Tuesdays, not Thursdays.
Yeah,
Are we talking about 10 p.m. or
10
10 a.m.? Because
we
10
p.m.
p.m.
more.
10 p.m.
Awesome.
I was on last night. Mighty Geek
I
was
fell
actually on with me.
asleep.
Yeah, I was there.
Shoot, nobody invited me.
Well,
Hey.
Well,
when they do invite you, you don't go because you're
notification. Hey, Chris, your notifications inviting you.
Oh. Oh, I thought it was just telling me you were on. I'm like, well, he didn't
Don't
invite
you
me,
miss the
man.
days when the chat would give you a hard time, Rick?
Yes.
But they were all your friends?
Oh, one sec. That still happens.
I wonder
Oh,
if we should
good,
do
good.
a stream with the StreamYard link in the description again and see what kind of weirdos we can troll out. That's always a guaranteed crazy time because you never know what you're going to get.
That's like playing with the dark arts there, Chris. You never know what you're going to
It's crazy. It's like trying to swallow fire. You know,
Yeah.
good luck.
It's just
Yeah,
like
the
a box of
thing is-
chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
But then again, the trolls do bring in more viewers.
That's
Do
true.
they really?
They do.
Yeah, well, remember urine drinking raw meat guy?
Oh, that
All right,
crazy
guys,
guy.
I'm going to bed, Christopher.
Yeah, I
You know
am
who?
too,
You know what
babe.
actually makes more has more viewers than drama channels?
What's that?
Reaction channels.
Reaction channels, yeah.
They make like thousands of views, not just like 800 views at most. They make thousands.
Ooh.
You know, these drama channels, they make like what, 600 views, 800 views.
Yeah.
Reaction channels get like thousands.
Yeah, I tried to do that a little bit with my Pied Piper when I was reacting to some of the manga. Never bring in anything. It's usually movies or whatever. But
Most
then again,
reaction channels, they're usually reacting to something on the news, a TV show, or a music video.
Or something absurd somebody said.
our problem is most of us, all the reaction stuff that these people are reacting to, we've all seen 20 times
Well,
over.
Well, the big ones are the ones where it's like somebody reacting to a stupid thing a teacher said on TikTok.
Yeah.
Those are the big ones recently.
Hey guys.
What?
I'm going to bed, brothers.
Okay.
All right, man.
Well, make
I will
sure you
try to
end the
catch up
stream
with
first.
Rick at 10. Yeah, I'm going to do
End
that
the
now.
stream first.
Well, that's next Tuesday, and I'll send you.
No,
a
I'm gonna
reminder.
go. I'm gonna be looking for you at 10 o'clock tomorrow. You watch, because I got it in my head, and I'm gonna fall asleep with it. And I'm gonna be tweeting you at 10 p.m. What happened,
Where's the stream,
bro?
man?
What happened, dude?
Yeah, man.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah,
You
man.
lied to me, bro.
All right, man.
Dude,
Hey,
did you get the memo?
don't forget, go back Canadian Shield 2 before it's gone, and sign up for Melvin and ManGia Yoshokan.
Yeah, all the links are in the description. You know.
Cool.
Yeah, I do
Cool
that.
Amando, dude.
Yeah, keep it real, dude.
Now I feel Californian.